Those were tomato plants.
Jim Nichols' morning walk was interrupted.
But these kind of blocks were thrown through the screen that protects the bee area.
Slashing screens and breaking windows, vandals trashed this community garden.
Look at this. The field of dreams lies in ruins, right? You know, this corn patch was a joy.
You know, when you first hear about it, it's kind of get angry.
John Pentar has been tending to the University District pea patch for 13 years.
I just got here and just started to assess what's going on and take it all in and start cleaning up.
Really great sadness. If I had been nurturing these plants for as long as these gardeners have been, and I came to find my corn, which had been this high, laying flat, there would have been tears for sure.
First there was one gardener, then two.
This little guy I think is very salvageable. I'm gonna just retie it up so he doesn't sag.
Then more helping hands.
This whole particular area that was hit hard is all of it goes to the food bank.
They say it's hastened the harvest.
The damage that's been done this year can't be recovered for a year.
What was just beginning to bear fruit, now wasted.
Yeah, really frustrating.
This is the first time I've seen my garden since I left it. When I left it, it was perfect.
They don't know who did this. They don't know why.
It breaks my heart to think about it. It really does.
They just know beauty was torn apart by ignorance.
They were just destroying. What does anybody have against a sunflower?
It's a setback that brought this community together.
Just like the land, our community is resilient.
They're determined.
We're not going to let a couple of knuckleheads get in the way of progress.
For Capitol High's class of 2016,
with this newfound freedom,
graduation is the goal they reach together. But in this sea of caps and gowns, one person is missing.
It's never good to hear that one of your best friends has cancer. So.
Roman Lucky is talking about Cody Norquist. The diagnosis came last year, stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. Cody kept everyone posted on Facebook as he went into hustle mode, fighting back with family, friends, even a quarterback in his corner.
It's been real hard when the transplants took a real toll on him. He was on life support and kidney machine, but he just has remained positive through the whole thing. So he's an amazing kid.
And a determined one. He didn't want the moment to pass him by.
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
It's why Karen Wyant's so anxious.
I'm going to start crying.
Cody traded a hospital bed for a helicopter, a donated ride.
Where is the man?
With his mother by his side.
He's in the front seat right
Oh, man.
He was driving.
Oh, my, Cody!
He was actually driving.
Oh, my goodness.
He took control.
Awesome.
He's on a mission to finish the fight his father started.
Fighting this for him since he lost his battle of lung cancer.
His goal is to just keep going.
Cody, 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 Cody,
to wear the gown and the cap.
I'm looking good.
Because cancer can't keep Cody away. He's determined to win. And on this night,
Cody William Norquist.
That meant crossing the stage.
.401 Fifth Avenue South, King County Government. You have two choices. The revolving door.
Whoa, 37 cents, please.
Or the other door.
You owe the county 37 cents.
The door with the sign. Opening this door costs 37 cents.
Okay, 37 cents. Is that per opening and is that per person?
John Hoskins is a mathematician for King County. Ever since that sign went up 8 years ago, John's been going in circles trying to figure it out.
You've been trying to calculate how it costs 37 cents.
Right. We're all numbers geeks.
I asked the King County Executive's Office to explain who came up with 37 cents.
He doesn't work for us anymore, unfortunately. He retired.
The county says it did calculations. It looked at how much air escapes when you open the door and how much it pays to reheat or recool the air back inside. Revolving doors are more like vacuums. They don't push as much air in or out when you open them.
It opened in about 2007.
I'm sorry, I need to interrupt this interview. Sure. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm from King 5. Did you know you just cost taxpayers 37 cents?
Oh.
You knew.
Oh, sorry.
This is Jane Wu. She's going to lunch. And she helped me with my calculation. Lots and lots of people ignore the sign.
We gotta follow him. Excuse me, sir, ma'am. Can I stop you for a second?
Sure.
I'm with King 5. Why did you use the door?
Oh, I was just talking to her about that. I said, I just waste 57 cents.
37.
Why did you do it?
To be honest with you, I'm kind of in a hurry.
I'll give you more than 37 cents.
I'll deliver this back to the county executive.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And apologize on my behalf.
We may not have cracked the formula to understand 37 cents, but we did change at least one person's mind. Look who's walking back from lunch in the red coat, through the revolving door.
So I know.
It's Jane Wu.
In the future, I need to go to those. Thank you so much.
You learned a lesson.
Yeah, I learned a lesson. And happy Chinese New Year.
Oh, happy Chinese New Year.
Monday.
Thank you.
No, thank you from the taxpayers. In Seattle, Dan Casuto.
USA! Woo!
Lynden, Washington is home to 12,000 people.
Go Trump! Woo!
And today it was home to one of the most controversial presidential candidates in American history.
He could shoot somebody in the center of the street in Fifth Avenue and I would still vote for him.
It's pretty sweet. Donald Trump's visit to Whatcom County brought out thousands of his biggest supporters.
I expect greatness.
Supporters like Tabitha Staton, who arrived 15 hours before the 3 p.m. speech.
This is my third Red Bull of the day just to stay awake so I could be here today.
All right! Though there were plenty who are passionate about the billionaire businessman.
Stop Trump! Stop Trump!
Not everyone was happy to see him. Look at this woman. She was one of hundreds of protesters who made the trip too.
A ban on an entire religion is the most un-American thing you can do.
By mid-afternoon, Trump's plane landed in Bellingham, and soon he made the half-hour drive to Lynden.
Can you say Trump? You can say it.
When his motorcade arrived at the fairgrounds, a lively crowd welcomed the New Yorker to Washington.
Can you imagine another 4 years of the Clintons? Seriously.
5,000 people listened to Trump, and while they cheered him on,
over again.
What is your argument?
the standoff in the streets continued.
What's your argument? Stop Trump's pay.
My taxes pay your welfare!
Though many may disagree on politics, this is really what America is all about.
I think it is a great sign of America's freedom to come out and express your different viewpoints in a peaceful manner.
Democracy was at work on Donald's Day in Lynden.
We love Donald Trump. Donald Trump's going to make America great again.
Down this alley is a view some want to shut out.
Hey.
But Rex Holbein opens up.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man.
Yeah, what's new?
6 years ago, the successful architect saw a community in crisis
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
and decided to make a connection.
What's your name?
Gordon.
Gordon, I'm Rex.
At his office window,
Great to meet you.
Seattle's homeless know they can find a warm pair of socks
Okay, here. These ones are on the heater, actually. They're pretty warm.
Oh, toasty roasties.
Yeah.
and
All right,
compassion that's contagious.
All right, nice seeing you, Steve.
I love you, man.
I love you too, buddy. I'll see you later. And a lot of beauty really happens at that window.
And he wants to capture it.
Hey, Emily.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm okay. Just drawing.
Oh, you're drawn. Wow, I didn't know you drew.
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He takes the time to learn their stories.
Yeah, in March I'll be homeless for a year.
Then poses the question.
Hey, would you be okay if I took your picture?
Photographs he wants people to pay attention to.
That's a good one.
That's a good
that
smile.
one. Oh,
back hair.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Whether it's Emily in the University District.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Man, it's nice seeing you again.
Or David beneath a bridge in Inner Bay.
Yeah, the city towed my vehicle.
Now the car is in need of repair and David's in need of a job.
Okay, what kind of work are you looking for right now?
I'm a framer. I enjoy stacking fascia, so
Okay.
all woodwork.
So should I take a photo of you then?
Yeah, sure, that'd be fine.
One more.
He'll use the picture plus David's story to make a plea for help.
We'll raise the money and then I'll contact you.
Back at the office,
Oh, Victoria too.
they're mapping out a mission for Seattle
Atlanta
and beyond.
and Austin.
You can begin with just the tiniest of gestures, whether it's a smile or making eye contact or just saying hello. We got a window here. Do you want me to want a break?
Yeah.
Okay, try these ones out. I think those ones you're gonna like.
It's work that keeps Rex moving.
I love you guys.
I love you too, man.
The way he pictures it,
See you later, Steve.
little moments can turn into life-changing ones.
Hi, how are ya?
More than a gas station. At the corner of North 45th and Woodlawn Place North.
Hi, how's it going?
7 days a week, 24 hours a day. This place and store manager Cassandra Gaspard are in the business of witty one-liners and laughter.
I'm still hot. It just comes in flashes now.
Is the best payment of all.
And when you're my age, it's true.
I'm still hot. It just comes in flashes now. I dig that!
Comedy.
I don't get it.
Brought to you courtesy of a curbside reader board that Cassandra and her customers can't get enough of.
All right. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy them.
The Wallingford sign, as it's come to be known, displays a new saying once every week. 4 lines, about 49 letters, and always entertaining.
And one of our other most popular signs says, autocorrect is my worst enema. People love that one. We put that up a couple times.
Just ask store owner Jim Bernard.
That's one of my favorites.
I want it to be fun. I want it to be edgy. I want it to maybe even be a little risky.
I can't read it. I'm still out. I can't read it.
Oh, I can read it. I can identify with it. I'm still hot. I'm still hot. It just comes in flashes now.
Mission accomplished with this message among the ladies at the thrift store just across the street.
That's a good one, especially for this group.
And a few years ago, not even a runaway car could crush the sign's sense of humor.
Thanks for making our sign a hit. And that sign was literally all crunched inside. It was super funny.
I'm still hot. It just comes in hot flashes now. Oh. I'm getting old or something? What does that mean?
So why, we had to ask, in this competitive market, why post jokes instead of ads like we see from so many other businesses?
I think that when you do even a small thing to make it personal, people love it. They want that. They want to know that there's people behind a big corporation.
Bernard says Chevron takes care of promoting their product, while Cassandra concentrates on promoting smiles.
That's why I always come to this store, because she's the best.
You know, the sadness that goes on in our world is what it is, and we feel so powerless to not be able to change it.
But what Cassandra can change are these words. And in doing so, she hopes to bring just a little more joy to North 45th Street.
It is a good way to approach life.
One letter, one laugh.
So true, so true.
And one sign at a time.
It's happy. It really is happy. And the whole neighborhood knows about it.
In Seattle, Heather Graff, King 5 News.
Yeah, I'm blending it right into the beard right now. I've been cutting hair since 2008.
There are so many people with passions they don't pursue.
It's sculpting.
Dreams that never become reality.
You know, it's creating something.
Bill Bates isn't one of those people.
I'm one of the few people who gets to live this childhood dream.
And in general, hairdressers are crazy.
Those who cut hair with him at this Wallingford salon know him by day.
He's definitely a character, that guy.
But at night comes his dream.
Casually, the client will ask, so what do you do when you're not doing hair? And I usually make the joke of, okay, well, this is where the part in the appointment where things get weird. I wrestle because I love to entertain.
Right now, I'm in my alter ego, El Hombre Secreto.
It's entertainment.
for just a moment out of my life, I get to be, a comic book hero come to life.
Every other Friday, hundreds pack this small gym in South Lake Union for 3-2-1 battle.
I don't think I've ever seen it this
shaking
crowded.
in anticipation.
This is Seattle's first professional wrestling league and the one place where Bill Bates transforms.
It allows me to be a superhero.
Into Eddie Van Glam.
And I got drunk and had access to the Netflix account and created a character after a bottle of Bullet Bourbon and watching the Bronies documentary.
Tonight is Battlemania. It's the biggest event of the year.
They go all out for this.
So I've been out there with 3 people. I've been out there with 19. You guys have a full house.
There are 40 wrestlers who make up 3-2-1 battle. Wrestlers who make their living doing a day job far from the ring.
I work in construction.
I am a nanny.
I run a fleet of food trucks.
Uh-oh, Makabe!
This all started with just a few people chasing a dream.
When it started in Rebar, it was, on a stage on mats.
15 years later, it's safe to say dreams are coming true.
Coming to the ring, the one Ace Jack and Eddie Van Glam!
This hairstylist lives for this moment.
What happens during the day doesn't matter. It's night, they have a fake name. They have flashy clothes, but that is really who they are inside. And there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people telling these men and women that they are superstars, that they are kings of the city, that 3-2-1 battle is the heroes they grew up trying to
be. He may be a superhero, but on this night, Eddie Van Glam went home a loser.
Oh no!
Eddie Van Glam down the toilet.
He doesn't look at it that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Eddie Van Glam.
A lot of people sit at home with a passion to do something and aren't really able to do it. And I'm one of the blessed few who's able to.
Achieving your dreams can be a pain.
Uh-oh.
But some dreams are worth fighting for.
At first, it gets a bit of a chuckle because it's not something that you normally hear come from your hairstylist.
With photojournalist.
And it's not something that normally most people do on a Friday night.
I am Santa Claus, giving gifts to the world.
It's their gift to people in need. The end-of-the-year clothing drive at Broadview Thompson Elementary united one of the most diverse schools in Seattle.
Does anyone remember why we're collecting the clothes?
Because we need to help people.
For Syrian refugees.
We're helping these people that don't really have anything left.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This all started with an assignment in Miss Sugiyama's English class.
Somebody call it out. What's one of the things you've learned? He incorporated the audience.
Selma Abaca had no idea that her persuasive essay would eventually change lives.
There's only 3 questions. Write your name at the top. So here's the question. Should Syrian refugees be welcome after what happened in Paris?
Should Syrian refugees be welcome in America?
Whatever you can think of, do it. Thank you. I love your enthusiasm. Thank you.
Selma asked her former teacher for his thoughts.
To me, that's what I tried to show her, is that as you're writing these words, let me add a little context for you.
Zach Stowell is now the principal intern, and he has a friend who's been working with refugees in Greece, taking pictures of their struggle to freedom. These are just a few of the faces he showed her.
And to me, I let her know, I was like, this was inspiring to me. I wanted to share with you. Now what are you going to share with someone else in your persuasive essay? So it's kind of like that challenge to them. Now what are you going to do?
Eventually, Selma shared her belief that Syrian refugees should be accepted in America.
Because they want to have a good day with each other, go to the park or have a nice dinner with each other. So I think that they should be accepted in America as people that we care about, that are suffering.
Good morning, everyone.
But she didn't stop with an essay.
Thank you, Bulldogs. We'll go ahead and get started.
Weeks later, Selma was in the crowd when Mr. Stowell kicked off the clothing drive she started for Syrians.
Talk to your family, talk to your neighbors, go on your social media. Let's make this as big as possible and bring as much as we can to make a huge difference, not only in our community, but around the world, okay?
But as Selma brought in the very first donations for her clothing drive, we learned more about why she's really doing this.
I wanted to help these people more than I could ever imagine.
She's doing it for this man, a driver for the disabled, a husband, and one of the biggest supporters of the Syrian people.
And he was like, Selma, I hope these people get what they needed.
This man is Selma's father.
He was like, Selma, I hope someday you learn from this.
Years ago, he escaped war-torn Somalia, so he knows the pain Syrian refugees are feeling. He passionately supported them until February 18. That's the day he was rushed to the hospital.
The doctor comes and he told us, his heart, he had a severe heart attack, but we weren't able to save him, so he's gone. And then I shook him. I was like, you're not dead. Like, wake up. And they told me, he's dead.
At just 13 years old, Selma's dealing with her father's death. But now she's using his heart for Syrian refugees as inspiration for this clothing drive.
For me, I was just almost in shock. Like, how do, we don't want to just cry in front of kids. I was like, all right, yeah.
And on the day this all started, it was like Selma's dad was by her side.
Reebok tennis shoes.
As she delivered the very first donations.
So like these kinds of jackets will probably help the refugees in the boats.
Whose clothes were they?
These are my father's clothes.
Everything her father ever wore.
His jeans, his shirts, more jeans.
Bundled up and sent to desperate people he cared about.
I want to donate these clothes that he has, my father, and give it to the people that need the clothes.
2 weeks later, when the drive was done, an auditorium stage played host to donations from across the community.
71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80.
This was her father's wish.
He made a prayer for them. He said, if you can, help these people. And, after he died, I thought about that, and this is what happens.
Her dad would be so proud.
So I think this is really helping a lot of people.